Boom. Trying to focus. So, it's been brought to my attention that I actually really haven't done this video yet. I thought I already have. I've done a video similar, but not like this. So, we're going to get into it. Ball pythons. Now, this one here is obviously a pied, possible yellow belly, possible inchy. We will not know 100% until she is proven out, which I plan to do with my black pastel. You guys have already seen the pied project that I've posted. I'll put an iCard right there. But these guys are awesome, and they're one of the best beginner snakes. They really are, due to really just how docile they are. It's really crazy. But I'll go over it kind of how I do everything else. Now you'll see me keep looking down, and that's because I got a little composition notebook. When you have as many animals as me, it's not easy to know exactly which animals or care you're listing unless you have it written down. So I'm gonna jump into it. So you can start with a 10-gallon tank. You can even do like what I do and most big breeders do, is a rack system. You can have them in, you can start them out in even like, I guess, a 6-quart. I would never use anything less than a 15-quart tote rack system, whatever you want to call it. But obviously, if you have just for a pet and you're not doing it for breeding or nothing like that, then put them in a 10-gallon, start them off there, progressively work your way up, and even the biggest won't need nothing more than a 40-gallon breeder. The temperature, you want it between 78 and 80 for an ambient temperature. The hot spot, about 88 to 95. Humidity, anywhere between 55 and 60. You can fluctuate that just a little bit, not too much. You got to be careful with that. The humidity and temperatures are really important. Obviously, like I said, you can fluctuate it just a little bit. Make sure you never go below 75, and make sure your humidity is close, because with help of humidity issues, you can get stuck shed, where your animal, and this isn't just for ball pythons, but they are the most notorious ones in the pet trade, at least, who end up getting stuck shed, and that is when they cannot shed in a complete piece like they should be able to, like they would normally or naturally do. And then you also have the risk of a respiratory infection. There's several different remedies that you can try. There's several different things you can do. Obviously, you can go to the vet. It's not cheap, and it's not always 100% guaranteed that you can fix it. It's depending on how long you had let it go, or how long it's gone unnoticed. So you have to be careful with that. The diet, obviously, you're going to want to give these guys mice and rats. I feed her, I wouldn't really call them winged rats, but she definitely gets meals bigger than a large mouse. There's more protein and fat in rats than there is mice, but even more so with African softfur rats. They're getting a little harder to find. Nowadays, I guess they're getting more expensive as well. Thankfully, I just got mine to start breeding. Thank God. But anyways, you guys do not need UVB for these guys. You don't even need any light, especially, you know, if you want to do this rack system, if you plan on breeding or just having a bunch of animals. The size. That's the main reason why I'm here. Come on, guys. So this is just a baby. I wouldn't say a hatchling. I wouldn't really say a juvenile just yet. She's still really small. Probably about 250 grams, maybe even less. But let me show you my big girl real quick. Let me put her up. Hold on, guys. Boom. So, this is my big girl. Personally, this is the biggest ball python that I've ever handled, that I've ever seen. And she is 6 feet. A lot of people will say otherwise, but these guys will not get no bigger than 6 feet. It's typically 3 to 5 feet, with females being the bigger of the species due to sexual dimorphism. That head is just massive. This is a normal. She's het or heterozygotes. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that properly, which just basically means she carries a hidden gene. I do not know or remember what that was, so she is a normal. Boom. These guys come from Western and Central Africa. These guys are not notorious for climbing, but they will climb. They are, great. Any snake is really a great escape artist, so you have to make sure you have a tight, secure enclosure, whether it's a screen lid or a tote. Make sure it's secure. Now, she's around my neck. She's not super tight right now, but she could get tighter. And that's not to try to hurt me. It's not to try to scare me or none of that. What it is she's just trying to hold on. She's up high, she can tell that. And she just wants to make sure she does not fall. So, how do you do that? Hold on. With her impressive size, may not really look too big to you guys on camera, but with her impressive size, this could really feel, sorry baby, I know, she's a little head shy, not too bad, but just a little bit. Come on. It may feel like she's trying to hurt you or whatnot, and they don't even have to be this big to really feel that pressure. But that's basically that, guys. I just wanted to show you how big they get. Simple care tips. You can put them just about on anything. I like to use paper towel. It's clean. You can see when they mess it up. The only downside of that is they like to go in under it. See iguanas. They like to go in under it and just mess it all up. So you got to change it almost constantly. But, or reposition it, shall I say. But that's basically that, guys. If you guys have any other questions, make sure you comment them down below. I'm going to sit her back down for a quick second. Now this is what a 15-quart tote looks like. That obviously is not a tote for her to stay in. But that's basically that. Video right there is my last upload. I believe it's the MBD upload. That video right there is what YouTube thinks is best for you. Make sure you guys hit that middle button somewhere in that area right there, and that's going to subscribe you to my channel if you haven't already. Take care, guys.